There we go. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. A little bit of technical difficulties this morning. Not quite sure what that was all about, but it looks like we're good to go now, and that's what makes me excited. We are here, and we are ready to rock and to roll. So I apologize for being just a couple minutes late. For those of you that are watching on replay, you're like, what do you mean you're late? How can you be late to something pre-recorded? Well, actually, we do this live at 5:30 a.m., pretty close to 5:30 a.m. almost every day. So today, I'm a couple minutes late. It's 5:32. My bad. That's all right, though. Let's kick it in. It's going to be worth it. I promise. I'm so glad you are here. Let's do this. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Wednesday. That's right. Also known in my world as CMA Day. But today is Wednesday, January 20th, 2021. That's right. Wednesday, January 20th, 2021. And what's crazy is today is the very first, as well as the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, January 20th, 2021. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. My name is Glenn Lundy. I'm the host of hashtag Rise and Grind. I'm also the creator of the Rise and Grind group on Facebook, the hashtag Rise and Grind group on Facebook. This is the only group on Facebook that I can guarantee you're not going to get anything but motivation, education, inspiration. That's it. There won't be anything else in there. I promise. We've got 52 different moderators that make sure it is a safe place for you to come. So motivation, education, inspiration. Make sure you join the group. There's over 30,000 active members in there. It's an incredible group. It's an incredible place on Facebook, if I do say so myself. And I do. So you should come join us over there. Also, the creator of Breakfast with Champions on Clubhouse, which is the new app taking the world by storm. And this is where we do a show from actually 5 a.m. all the way until 10 a.m. with different hosts, different moderators, entertainment, education, motivation, inspiration, all of those things. And so that's over on Clubhouse. If you are a person that has joined the Clubhouse wave, then you need to make sure you come check us out over there. It's super fun, super excited about that. Listen, we are in a series here on hashtag Rise and Grind. We are in a 4-part series where we're talking about this word evolution. By definition, the word evolution is the gradual development of something, especially from a simple to a more complex form. So we've been talking about this word evolution because obviously right now in the world, we are going through evolution has been sped up. Evolution of our businesses, of our homes, of everything. Everything has just been sped up in an incredible way, right? And so we've been talking about that. And ultimately, we discussed a few things already this week. We discussed that you are ultimately the catalyst for all things good and bad in your life. We talked about that on Monday. We also learned from Dr. Martin Luther King himself, things like a strong desire, right? A strong desire to deliver a message, a yearning that you have inside. That is an evolutionary process, right? That you're going through. You're building a stage, you're building a platform, you're building your message, you're intertwining your experiences in a powerful way so you can go out and make an impact. That's an evolutionary process as well. We also discovered this week something that I thought was really, really powerful. I want to make sure if you're taking notes, write this sucker down. What was becomes what is. And what is ultimately inspires what's next. How about that, right? I love that. Because if you think about it, I mean, golly, think about the truth in that particular statement in your particular life. What was becomes what is. Your past has led you to today. The decisions you made 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and 5 months ago ultimately determine where you are right now, right? What was becomes what is. And then what is where you are right now ultimately inspires what's next. The decisions you make today matter. You feel me? You picking up what I'm putting down? Are you following me? So then we asked this question, and I asked you this question. I said, so what's next? What's next for you? Have you decided that yet? Have you made that decision? And maybe that's foreign to a lot of you. Maybe you're like, what do you mean, have I made that decision? I don't get to choose what's next. And I'm here to tell you this morning, yes, you do. You choose. You declare what's next in your life. And you're going to choose whether you choose to choose or not. That's the crazy part. You see, your mind and your being and your ability to ultimately go out there and create is going to determine whether you move forward in a positive way or a negative way. It's up to you. Not knowing that you are the creator and the catalyst of all things, both good and bad in your life, can ultimately be the cause. That can be the root. That can be the reason that you get stuck in these seasons of struggle, because you haven't declared what's next for you. So we asked that question yesterday. What's next? I want you to make sure you know the answer to that. Now here in the next, in the next two parts of this series, today and tomorrow, we're going to continue to dive into and extract from this powerful force called evolution. We're going to continue to do that. But before we do, there's something that we got to do here on this show, and we got to dance a little bit. Now, regretfully, I was having some technical issues this morning. That's why I was running a little bit late. For those of you that are listening on Clubhouse, I don't have any music for you today. So you're going to have to play some music like in your head or something for this particular segment. But you can still get value out of it, because this is the part of the show where I'm going to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. All right. So whether you're listening on Clubhouse or you're watching on Facebook or you're listening on YouTube or the podcast, I need you to connect with me. Reach out. Say what's up. You can connect with me. You can send me a text on the text line. You can connect with me on Instagram DMs. However you want to send me a message, I want to connect with you. It's super, super important. So this is the part of the show where I like to do that. This is also the part of the show where we get our body in motion. We get our body moving, right? An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So get that body moving this morning, all right? Good morning, Tisha White. Great to see you. What's up, Stu Young? How you doing, Amy Myers? Pam Woosley's in the house. Kim Fair and Will Ramsey. Mrs. Amanda Sanner. What's up, Tina Kelly Overfelt? How you doing, Casey Sanford and Jimmy Sanchez? We've got John Gayheimer and Jama Newhoff. What's up, Kevin Strauss-Snyder? How you doing, Trian Top? Great to see you. Clay Morris over here on Clubhouse. All my Clubhouse friends. We got Tatiana in the house. Sari's in the house. John and Luis and Caroline and Michael and Karsten and Joy and Stephanie and Lucas and Jazzy. I saw Tyrese was in the room for a minute. I'm not sure if he's still in here, but if he is, good morning, Tyrese. We've also got Damien and Lakeisha. Sharice is up in here. What are you doing, Sharice? You need to be up on the stage, girl. Sharice is up in here. We've got Tamara's up in the house. We've got Mello and Wendy and Fran and Mark and Malka. All kinds of people up in the clubhouse. Over 500 people between the two platforms joining us this morning on hashtag Rise and Grind. Super excited to spend our mornings with you. It's absolutely amazing. This is also the part of the show where I need you to do me a favor. I need you to hit that share button. If you're on Facebook, hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you to hit that share button. Over on Clubhouse, I need you to hit that little plus button in the bottom right-hand corner. Hit that plus button and ping some people into the room, because we're going to bring the energy. We're going to bring the fire. We're going to bring the inspiration. We're going to bring all of that stuff today. And you could be the one that was a catalyst for change in somebody else's life simply by pinging them into the room. What's up, Tabitha Wells? Great to see you. I see you, Wendy. Thanks for the stars. I appreciate those stars. You guys have got a little button there on Facebook. Whenever you push that button and you add some stars, we take that money that you donate and we take it offline and go make an impact in other people's lives. So thank you so much for dropping some stars, Wendy. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right, let's dive in to today. Let's dive into this series. Let's continue to explore and extract from this incredible gift of evolution here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Oh my goodness. For those of you listening over on Clubhouse, I'm so sorry. I'm going to get some music in here a little bit later today. I promise. I'm going to make it work. It's new, man. I'm figuring out the production. I got everything hooked up. It worked yesterday, not today, but you know what? I'm used to that. I'm used to that because I showed up here for this show. This is episode number 791. Crazy. I've had plenty of technical challenges, so I promise I will get through it. But thanks for hanging in there with me. Right now, there's a little video that's running over on the Facebook side. You can go to official Glenn Lundy if you want to watch the full 3D version. Otherwise, sit back and enjoy the show. Oh, I think I was talking into both. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that. Hey, listen, I am a man. We're just going to end it right there. End of show. I am a man. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Sorry, I'm in a little different place this morning. I'm having a good time. Super excited to be here, pumped up. Listen, I am a man with many babies. Like lots and lots of babies. I have 8 children. I have a 21-year-old, and then from there, I have an 11-year-old, and it goes down. The oldest in my house is 11. And as a man with 8 children, we get some pretty cool photos, by the way, which I have to say thank you to Michelle McLean. Michelle McLean took this amazing photo of all of my children that I had posted on Facebook, and she had it framed for me and sent to me because she is so super kind. She's one of our moderators over there on Clubhouse all the time. So I want to say thank you for that. But listen, because I have so many children and have been blessed with so many children, dude, I take copious notes when it comes to my kids. I take copious notes. I'm always watching, like what are they thinking? Why did they do that? How the heck are they so fearless? How the heck are they so tenacious? How the heck are they they just let no's roll off their back, right? You can tell a kid no 7,000 times and they're going to ask 7,001, right? I watch them as they fall down and get back up. I watched my daughter Willow going to do a back bend yesterday and just fell smack dab on her head. Boom, teeth clapped together, cut a big old hole in her tongue. And she was like, let's do it again. Let's do it again. I'm like, golly, girl, you are a beast. Blood coming out her mouth and everything, right? I'm like, my goodness. But I study my kids. I take copious notes. There is so much that we can learn. as we watch our children grow, as we watch our children evolve, as we watch the seeds that were originally planted in them grow and become the fruits that they will ultimately take out into the world, right? To serve and feed others. I watch, I study, I learn. I am a student. I love to learn. I love to learn. And over time, through watching each of these kids go from mindless is not the right word, but from like this little glob, right? Like this little alien. We have one right now that's 6 pounds. This baby is 6 pounds, 2 weeks old, can't do nothing, right? Can't hold up a head, doesn't know which way its arms are going, its legs are going, eyeballs rolling around in its head all the time. But I watch them go from that to who they are today. And in doing so, I've discovered a pattern. I've discovered a pattern that every single human being experiences and will continue to experience their entire lives. The pattern is this. The pattern is the process of success through evolution. Go ahead and write that down. The process of success through evolution. You ready? 4 key components, 4 key things, 4 things you got to write down this morning. I know it's early, and maybe you're just jumping into your coffee. Maybe you're like, why is this guy yelling at me? Maybe that's where you're at. But look, I'm going to give you something today that can possibly transform your life or the life of someone near and dear to you. You ready for that? I'm going to give this to you. This is success unlocked through our children. The process of success is simple. Change, struggle, grow, succeed. You ready? I'll give it to you one more time. Change, struggle, grow, succeed. Those are the steps in that order. I want you to think of them each as a season. Just like you would think of winter as the season that we're in now. It's been pretty cold here in Kentucky. Winter is, of course, followed by spring, which is a season of invigoration and life. That, of course, is followed by summer, abundance, warmth, opportunity for harvest. And then we lead into the fall, which is our warning signs almost of what's to come. That winter is on its way. It's a shedding of skin, a shedding of a layer to leave room for both death and life. So I want you to think of them each as a season. Change is a season, struggle is a season, growth is a season, and success is a season. Now, here's the thing. How often does spring follow winter? Some of you are actually thinking about this, right? Because it's early. You're like, Glenn, you've got me thinking. How often does spring follow winter? All the time. Every time, right? How often does summer follow spring? All the time. Every single time. It's predictable, right? It's consistent. How often does fall follow summer? Always. Always has and always will. The same is true when it comes to the breakdown and the process of success. Change, struggle, grow, succeed. Always in that order. So listen, knowing that, I want you to evaluate yourself a little bit. You see, you may be in a season of change. Change is where you have this yearning, right? You have this, you want to grow. You want to grow your family. Maybe work's been stale a little bit, and it's really glaring that you need to go through a season of change. And let me explain this to you through the eyes of a child so you can see it metaphorically. Not through the eyes of a child, through my eyes watching my child so you can see it metaphorically. And hopefully this will help you understand because this is tremendous. So I watch my children. I watch the 6-pound little glob that doesn't understand its arms or its legs or its eyeballs or have control over its motor functions. I will watch that child over time go from content with just laying there, pooping, peeing, eating. I will watch it go from that content to mentally there will be a shift. Mentally, something will change, and that baby will decide that it is no longer content where it is. And as soon as that change is made mentally, guess what happens? As soon as the change is made, that little baby will start to push its arms. It will start to kick its feet. It will literally start to struggle, right? Struggle to try to roll over, to try to gain control of its bodily motor functions. You can watch it happen. It happens every single time, 100% of the time, right? So that process of struggle that you watch this baby go through ultimately is developing the motor skills and increasing the muscle tissues and fibers to allow that baby to succeed in rolling over. What is that called? That's called growth. Growth of the muscles, growth of the motor skills, growth of your gifts and abilities, so on and so forth. Then ultimately, boom, success. The baby rolls over. Cool with rolling over for a little bit. Then it goes through it again. Something changes in the mind, right? Something changes. It's no longer content. So then it struggles, develops and grows the motor skills and the functions and the muscles, and then success. Change, struggle, grow, succeed every time. From baby to crawling, from crawling to walking, from walking to running, and it continues all the way through life every single season. So you might be in a season of change where you're yearning for something different. You're yearning for something more. And if that's the case for you, I want you to understand what's next. When you do make that change, when you make that change in your career, when you make that change in your job, when you make that change to wake up earlier, when you make that change in your lifestyle, when you make that change to go work out, whenever you make that change, you are going to struggle. Do you understand? It will be hard. You are going to struggle when it comes to changing the family dynamics, when it comes to changing your relationships, any of that. You will struggle. That's what's next. I'm just letting you know. That's how it works every time. Just like spring comes after winter, struggle comes after change. There's nothing you can do about it. There is no way for you to make change without there being struggle. Do you understand? And I know that sometimes when you're in that struggle period, as you are struggling, I know that sometimes you can feel like the universe is ultimately conspiring against you, right? You're like, my gosh, man, why do I have to go through all of this struggle? Why do I have to go through all of this pain, right? Like, this is not enjoyable. And it can feel like the universe is against you. But I'm here to tell you, this is actually a part of the process. You're going to change, and then you're going to struggle. Right after the struggle, if you push through the struggle, that's where the growth comes from. And on the other side of growth is success. You're going to have to grow mentally, physically, and spiritually in order for you to reap the rewards of your hard work. And then guess what? It all starts over again. It all starts over again. And it's going to happen over and over and over until you die. Not trying to be morbid, but it's going to happen to all of us. So let's just be real. So I want you to quickly evaluate this morning. All right. I'm getting all excited. I'm running out of time. I want you to quickly evaluate this morning. Okay. Which season are you in? Like, take the time right now. What season are you in? Are you in a season of change? Are you in a season of struggle? Are you in a season of growth? Are you in a season of success? Which season are you in? Which of the 4 seasons are you in? And now that you know that, I need you to receive this. Whichever season you are in, this too shall pass. Whichever one you're in, this too shall pass. Nothing in this life is permanent. Everything in this life is in the process of evolution. It is in the process of evolving into what's next. Everything. If you look at it from the outside, everything from our ecosystems is changing here on this earth. It's always evolving. The things that we eat and how we look at food is changing. Our country as a whole today today's a very important day, right? Our country is evolving and changing. We are evolving and changing as a species. That's ultimately what we do. Everything is in motion. Nothing stays same. Everything is in motion and everything is in its each unique season, evolving into what's next. The problem for many, though, is that you tend to get stuck in a season and you allow that season to define you. And see, doing that, being stuck in a season is almost like being a terrible rock climber. You see, in order for you to reach the next level as you are out there rock climbing, in order for you to ascend, you must let go of the last peg that you were holding on to. There is no ascension until you reach. There is no ascension until you let go. There's a great book out there called Who Moved My Cheese? And this book really describes it metaphorically, where there's different mice that are doing different things. And they respond to change in different ways. And one mouse ultimately gets stuck. And whether or not he ever gets out of stuck, you can't really tell. It doesn't really say. But it's such a powerful book. And even in our planner, where's that sucker at? Oh, hold on. Sorry, I meant to have that out. And even in our planner, if you go to our Rise and Grind planner that we have, even in our planner, Chris Campbell submitted a quote that just fit perfectly today. It fit perfectly. I read it this morning as I was doing my gratitude and goals. And the quote says this. It says, "The most successful people in the world have failed more than they've succeeded. So fail early, fail often, but always fail forward." Incredible quote submitted, right? Listen, you can choose to participate in your evolution. You don't have to be a victim to it. You can choose to be a participant, to actually lead the charge on your evolution. Go through the change, the struggle, the growth, and the success. Understand your season ultimately leads you to the next. Whatever season you're in leads to the next. Winter makes way for spring. Winter's cold, it kills things off, it kills off insects, it kills off small animals, so on and so forth, right? Winter makes way for spring. Winter can be associated with death and cold and water that ultimately washes the debris away to make room for new growth. Spring brings new life. It fills the void that was left behind by the winter. Then that void, that new life ultimately fertilizes the land, invigorates the masses, and brings the rain. That rain then in turn helps the growth leading into summer. Summer is a season of abundance. It's fueling our future. That's when we harvest, right? That's when we reap the harvest of all of our good work. And then after summer is fall. And fall is warning us all that it's time to prepare for winter's next sweep. It all works together beautifully, and each season comes to pass. Whatever season you are in right now, it has come to pass. So feel free to let it go so that you can continue to evolve into the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Listen, my friend, I believe with all of my heart that you are a child of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And that God gave you both the ability and the responsibility to create a life of impact. And in order for you to make the absolute most impactful life, in order for you to live the most impactful life that you can possibly live, in order for that to happen, you are going to have to step into your greatness, which means you are going to have to let go of some things that are holding you back. You are going to have to understand that you are going to have to step into the fire. There will be times of struggle. But that struggle is the growth that you need to be successful on the other side. I need you to win. The world needs you to win. You see, when we win, when you win, we win. We're all united. We're all connected. And so I'm cheering for you. I absolutely love you as my brother and my sister, and I 100% believe in you. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I believe in you. So let's continue to evolve and go through these seasons together. You don't have to do it alone. Let's continue to go through these seasons together, and you continue to step in to the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Listen, I hope you enjoyed the show today. If you did, there's more videos like this. You can go to glennlundy.com. You can always go catch more videos there. If you want, come join us over in Clubhouse. I'm going to be over in Clubhouse for the next few hours. We're going to do some Q&A. We're going to talk about the show. We're going to talk about lots of other things. We've got some celebrity interviews today. We got a lot of things going on. So if you can join us over in Clubhouse, I would greatly appreciate it. But most importantly, go out there, have an amazing, incredible, impactful day. And I'll see you again here tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. because we'll do it all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Have an amazing day. Love you. See ya.
Wake up, everybody in the land. Make them all get up and turn the volume up and dance. I'm up like a rooster about my future. Better get used to the routine. I ain't sleep, I'm living the dream. Feeling like I can do anything. Cause this is God's plan. I wake up, I thank the man. Brush my teeth and wash my hands. Then I get back to the grind. Got victory on my mind. Success and dollar signs. Now open all the blinds so they can't block my shine. Cause I am the light. Amen. Going platinum with this anthem for the AM. It take passion, massive action, dedication. We the champions, so it's a celebration. This is our time and that's for sure. Every day we grinding, that's for sure. If you's a hitter like Josh, oh, lock in with Glenn and tell a friend and let him know. We hashtag Rise and Grind.